In the frozen wastelands of Siberia, a baby mammoth lay buried for 40,000 years, its fur still red, its brain still intact. And in 2025, scientists did something no one thought was possible. They made its dead cells speak again. In 2010, hunters near the remote village of Yuka stumbled onto something extraordinary sticking out of a riverbank. A nearly complete baby mammoth, so well preserved that its skin, its fur, and even parts of its brain had survived the last ice age. They named it Yuka. Studying its tusks and teeth, scientists determined Yuka was only about 6 to 8 years old when it died, and the evidence left behind on its body told a violent story. Deep wounds consistent with an attack, likely from a pack of Ice Age cave lions. After its discovery, Yuka spent 2 more years frozen inside the natural permafrost near Yuka, preserved exactly as it had been for 40,000 years, before scientists could finally begin studying it properly. What made Yuka special wasn't just its age, it was the level of preservation. Reddish fur still attached to the skin, a trunk still curled naturally, and astonishingly, fragments of brain tissue still intact inside its skull, nearly 40,000 years after death. For years, scientists believed Yuka was female, based purely on its physical features. It was one of those assumptions nobody thought to question. Until new technology arrived that could look far deeper than skin and bone. In 2025, a research team decided to attempt something almost unheard of. Not just extracting DNA, but RNA, the fragile molecule that records which genes were actually active inside a cell moments before death. RNA breaks down within hours. Recovering it from something 40,000 years old sounded impossible. The team tested tissue from 10 different frozen mammoths across Siberia. Most yielded nothing usable. But one sample stood out from all the rest: muscle tissue from Yuka, still holding on to fragments of genetic information after 40 millennia. What they recovered became the oldest RNA ever sequenced in scientific history, nearly 3 times older than the previous record holder, a 14,000-year-old wolf pup. Something many scientists thought would never survive this long had somehow endured an entire ice age. Because RNA shows which genes were active, not just present, it gave scientists something remarkable: a genetic snapshot of Yuka's final living moments. They found RNA linked directly to muscle contraction and metabolic stress, evidence consistent with a young animal desperately struggling for its life. Researchers believe cave lions weren't hunting alone. Bite marks and scattered wound patterns suggest a coordinated pack attack, targeting a young mammoth, likely separated, even briefly, from the safety of its herd. The RNA analysis didn't just reveal muscle stress. Buried within the genetic fragments were Y chromosome genes, found only in males. After more than a decade of being known as female, Yuka was finally, definitively, confirmed to be male. This single discovery forced scientists to reconsider everything they thought they understood about Yuka. How it grew, how it developed, even how it might have behaved. One tiny genetic detail was enough to rewrite an entire creature's story. This breakthrough matters far beyond one frozen calf. If RNA can survive 40,000 years, scientists may eventually study ancient viruses, extinct diseases, and biological processes locked away in permafrost all across the planet. Today, Yuka rests inside the Permafrost Kingdom Museum in Yakutsk, Russia. No longer just a frozen curiosity, but one of the most scientifically significant creatures ever discovered. A silent witness to an entire vanished world. 40,000 years of silence, and in one groundbreaking moment, science made it speak. If this amazed you, subscribe, because tomorrow we uncover another creature frozen in time, waiting to tell its story.